Hey guys, welcome back. This is our third lecture of Full Stack Ruby on Rails Bootcamp series. In the last lecture, we learned that what are variables in Ruby. In this video, we're gonna discuss what are types of variables in Ruby. So in Ruby, there are five types of variable. That one is local variable, class variable, instance variable, global variable, and constants. Now let's discuss each of these in detail. First, we start with the local variable. Okay, let's come to the IRB first. So, what a local variable is that a local variable always starts with a lowercase letter or by an underscore. Okay, the scope of a local variable ranges in a block. The block can be anything like a conditional block, an iterator, or a loop, or a method. Okay, for example, you can see like if let me define few variables here a equal to 20 and n b equal to 20. Now, a block can be like if a less than b, hello world, welcome Ruby. So this is a block where inside if or else you can use local variables, and that will be scoped in this conditional block. Now you can similarly use a method here, like for example def example method. Sorry, let's try to define a local variable here first. A equal to 10 and then print. Let's make it abc because we already defined a out of the method. So print or puts 10. Now let's enter. Now call this example method. What you will get here that abc into 10, that is 100. Now one thing that we should note that scope of this abc or scope of a local variable. Okay, scope of a local variable is only in the block where it is defined, or only in the method where it is defined. Now you can see that abc is defined in the example method, so abc cannot be accessible outside the method unless it is defined already. For example, if I do it now abc, then you will see this name error, undefined local variable or method abc for main object. Okay, but if I use the example method, I will get the output 100. Okay, so it is clear that a local variable must be in its scope and must be defined before using it, because whenever an uninitialized local variable is referenced, it is supposed to be called to a method that has no argument, and you will get this name error. Now when you assign value to an uninitialized local variable, this is known as variable declaration. Okay, for example, let's say xyz equal to 200. So far in the IRB, we haven't defined XYZ yet, but still, this is a valid declaration. Why? Because we are naming a local variable and assigning a value to it. So, this is a valid syntax and valid variable declaration of a local variable. Okay, now you can use XYZ. Okay, so this is about local variable. One more thing, that local variable must be start with a lowercase letter or with underscore symbol. For example, you can do this like, okay, this is valid, but you cannot do this like xyz equal to 200, or you cannot do this like xyz equal to 200, because everything in Ruby that starts with a capital letter must be a constant. Okay, and constant is a variable that's value can never change. Okay, now let's come to another type of variable, that is class variable. A class variable in Ruby always starts with a double at the rate sign. For example, you can do define it like double at the rate xyz equal to 200. However, you will see warning here because we must define class variable into a class itself, not anywhere in the IRB or not anywhere in the code or in your program. It must be defined in a class itself. Okay, but for now, I'm just to show how we can define a class variable. So this is the syntax. You must start your class variable with double at the rate sign. Now let's take an example. So you can see that this is a class student where I have used a instance variable, sorry, class variable double at the rate, okay, and student count equal to 0. So this method count the number of objects created so far. Okay, now let's try to run this on IRB. Here you can see my class variable. Okay, and class variable, one thing about class variable that we must note, that a class variable must be initialized before they can be used in method definition. For example, I cannot directly in, define this class variable into this method. Why? Because it must be there before method definition. Okay. Now let's create a student s1 equal to student.new. We need to pass two arguments because that constructor has two arguments. Let's say Ravi, and standard is 10. Now if I call s1 dot total students, I will see total students are 1. And if I create another student, let's say s2 Raju, then s2 dot total students will return you total number of students are 2. And similarly you can move on. Okay, so what we need to remember about the class method is that a class method always start with double at the rate sign, and it must be defined before the method definition where we want to use that. Okay, so the better place is a better place to define your class variable is at the initialize method, at the top of initialize method, or you can also say this like a constructor method. Okay, we will see this initialize method in depth when we come to the class and object section, but so far for now just remember it that a class variable must start with double at the rate sign and should be defined with above the method definition. Now let's move to the third type of variable, that is instance variable. Okay, an instance variable always start with the single at the rate sign. Okay, so in this example you can see both class variables and instance variables. So at the rate double at the rate student count is the class variable, and at the rate name and at the rate standards are the instance variable here. Okay, and an initialized instance variable always returns nil when referenced. Okay, it is different when accessing an uninitialized instance variable while from the local variable accessing. For example, if you access a uninitialized local variable, you will get an error. Okay, for example, let's see z. Okay, so undefined local variable or method. Now if I run at the rate z, I will get nil. So this is the difference between local variable and instance variable when they are uninitialized. Okay, uninitialized local variable always returns a name error, and uninitialized instance variable always returns a nil object. Okay, now let's come the another type of variable, that is global variables. Okay, so a global variable is a variable that start with dollar sign. For example, you should define this dollar sign here, dollar, and default country. Okay, so this dollar default country is a global variable that we can use in our classes, but it is not recommended to use global variables in your program, because assigning anything to your global variable may change its value, and this can affect your program, and that might lead to some inconsistency. For example, I have this global variable in multiple file and I'm using across files, and now if some file changes it to India to, let's say, England, then now the current value of this global variable default country is England. Okay, so whenever other files use this global variable, they see the country England, not the India. Okay, so if we use that, we must use this global variable carefully, and first of all, we try to avoid using global variables. But if there is a need that we must use that, then we should do this very carefully. Now, the last variable type, that is constants. So constants are the variable that's value never get changed. For example, we see earlier as well, and we see in the last lecture as well. For example, let's say ABC is the constant here. Okay. Okay. Now, if you try to change the value of ABC, you will get a warning that previous definition was already there. Okay. So these are the five types of variable in Ruby that we can use while building our programs. Okay. And just like the local variables, if you try to access an uninitialized constant, okay, then you will get an error just like this. For example, we have ABC defined here and we have defined XYZ already here. Now let's see WQ or QWE, then we will see this error, uninitialized constant QWE. Why we haven't? Because we have not defined this constant yet. Okay, now class is also a constant, or anything that start with a capital letter is a constant in Ruby, just like classes, modules, and your constant variables or constant arrays, whatever. Now, for example, if you access a student here, you will get this student. Okay, because a student is a class, you are not getting any error here. So these are the five types of variable in the Ruby. Now we will see all these variables in practice as we move in this bootcamp course, and we will see most uses of instance variables and local variables, because we uh, do not that greater level of use of class variables and constants, but we do uses of local variables and instance variable most of the times in both Ruby programs and Rails controllers and models and all that. So all these five variables we will use in upcoming lectures. Sorry, not all these five, only four: local variable, class variable, instance variable, and constants. We don't use the global variables. However, we will try to understand that how it works and how it can affect or how it can lead to inconsistency, but later in the course. Now that's for this section, and it's the question time for you. So based upon this lecture, I have prepared seven questions for you, and I think you should prepare that. The first question is, how many types of variables are in Ruby that we seen it so right now, and what is the difference between class variable and instance variable? We also seen that. What is the scope of a local variable? We just understand that the scope of local variable is limited to its defined block. And what is the disadvantage of global variable? We discussed that, and you can investigate this on your end as well. And what happen when you reference an uninitialized local variable? What happen when you reference an uninitialized constant? And what happen when you reference an uninitialized instance variables. So we just gone through all these 7 questions in this video, and if you prepare this at your end in more detail, that will be beneficial for you. So that's all from this video, and in the next lecture we will discuss and learn about methods in Ruby. Till then, thanks for watching this, and let's meet in the next lecture. Tata, goodbye, take care.